It's the Melchizedek News Hour. It's the Melchizedek News Hour.
Shalom, family. Come on in. Come on in. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. How's everyone out there? Shalom to those in the live chat. Come on into the Melchizedek News Hour. How is everybody on this Shabbat? Come on in. We at the end of May, y'all. Come on in. We got to talk about all the things that are going on in the news. I feel like I haven't did the Melchizedek News Hour in a minute because I've been doing the top 7 and 7. How's everyone? Come on in. All praises to the Most High. Welcome to the Melchizedek Network. For those that are joining, for those that are in the live chat, let me know that you're hearing me okay. Those in the live chat, say hello and let me know where you are chiming in from. Let me know. Yeah. It's the end of the month, y'all. Everyone. All praises to the Most High. He's worthy to be praised no matter what is going on. No matter what the verdict is, no matter what Diddy is doing. That's right, no matter what Biden say, no matter how many tornadoes come across and tear up whatever town, no matter what fire they send, no matter what your finances look like, no matter what you're going through, no matter who is not talking to you, Most High is on the throne. He's worthy to be praised. Welcome to the Melchizedek News Hour. Yes. You see, Sister Chayah is feeling good. Shouts out to all my sisters and brothers that's always encouraging me. I love talking to you all. And you know exactly who I'm talking to, because I have some sisters and some brothers that just really, keep me lifted. And we all need that, right? We all need that, especially in this hour. Welcome to those that are joining. I see a few people in the live chat. I'm going to be brief with the news. Shalom, Sister Kaz. It's good to see you today, my sister. Yes, it is. Brothers and sisters, speaking of Sister Kaz and I, we're about to bring a marvelous, marvelous piece of work to you all. Yes, we're going to be uncovering the mysteries of Apostle John, and that will be coming to you within the next 24 hours, whenever we set aside time to make it happen. We're about to bring some heat to y'all, some true fire. But first, we'll have to take us a nap. Yes, and, make sure we have our snacks and our energy ready and our comfy clothes on. And we're about to bring something good to y'all. So stay tuned for that. I'll be posting an announcement up And then make sure that you set your notifications on and a reminder soon as you see that I post that lesson, so that you'll be here to receive that edification. Hallelujah. Because it's going to be a powerful message. The title of the message that we're bringing forth, it is a presentation. It is titled the sealed portion in the eyes of the Apostle John. That's right. So we're going to be bringing out some very good information. Hallelujah. Shalom there, brother Jason. How's it going? Can you believe, brother Jason, that is at the end of May, y'all? This month it's over. This month flew by. This month is over. Shalom there to my lovely better half, brother Yosef. He's out in the field. Sending my love to him. Let's talk about the news headlines, because we already know what's going on in the last 24 hours, right? If you're new to my channel, I am your sister Chayah. This is the Melchizedek News. Generally, I do an hour, sometimes shorter. I also do updates throughout the week. But today I'm going to keep it short and brief, because, we already, all of us, we a little, already wore out with all this extra drama with the Trump situation yesterday and all that. And we're going to talk about that. Shalom there, Big Papa. Big Papa B is in the house. Right on. Georgia. We got the South in the house. Good to see you, Big Papa. That's my family right there, y'all. So we're going to get into that. Just so you all know that are here. And I actually should have put a link, but you will see it if you go to this channel. I just did a lesson. It really wasn't a lesson. It was the words of the day. There it is right there. Sister Chayah, words of the day. I uploaded that last night, and it's 25 minutes of just edification, motivation, encouragement. It's really some insight on the mothers and the daughters of the Most High and how we are very intricate to the priesthood of the Most High. And I wanted to show men that information, and women, but especially men, because I've had comments and people have hit me up in my DMs, telling me about how women shouldn't be preaching and the Bible doesn't say this and that women can do that. And, this is the Melchizedek Network representing for the Most High. So, it's been some conversation that I've had with a few people. And that is why I did that message yesterday in regards to Mama Ruach. I want you to be able to see in the scriptures for yourself the role of your mothers and your sisters and your daughters, the daughters of Zion, and how we play a very intricate part in the priesthood of Yeshua, as well as the kingdom to come. That's right, because the Father is no respecter of persons, and we are all equal in the eyes of our Father. We're just the ones that haven't got that memo yet. So be sure to check that out. It's here on my channel. You'll see it as soon as you just click on my channel. You'll see it right there. I've showcased it because it's a very good presentation and very good word. It's not a lesson. Just need you to just hear what I bring out and make note of it. Hallelujah. With that being said, those that also watch this channel know that every now and then I bring additional spiritual lessons. Those are just a few on the screen there that I did recently. Spiritual prostitution. Man, I'm telling you, that thumbnail got a lot of people's attention. That was the whole point, draw you in, so make you think. But that lesson is really about idolatry and adultery when it comes to spiritual matters. Many people don't understand the metaphors and the symbolic meanings that they see in the Word of God. That's right. Bible Bullies was also a very edifying lesson, talking about those self-righteous people that have received the word of the Most High, and now they're being all high and mighty among their brothers and sisters. Did a lesson about anger. So that's all there. So when you get a chance, check that out, brothers and sisters. Now, let's get started with the news, because I want to talk about, and you know what I want to talk about. Sister Chayah going to start with, as soon as let me see, right there. Let me start with, maybe I'll put myself up there. Yeah, that's better. I'll put myself up there. Let's talk about the things that are going on. And you know where I like to start. Of course, since it is Shabbat, how about we start with a precept of the day? You know, we're going into this Sabbath. Let's get our minds right. Let's understand what the Most High is doing in this hour. This is the channel, the network that represents for the King of Kings, the true Messiah. He is Yeshua the Christ. The world knows him as Jesus Christ, Motsah the Lamb. He is in the presence of his people in spirit, and he is trying to get us right. That's what he's trying to do right now. He's tapping on the hearts, the souls of men and women right now. So let's get some edification just with a precept of the day. Let's start with that, shall we, family? It's most appropriate going into the end of this month, into another month, and especially going into our Sabbath. All praises to the Most High.
Shalom, family. This is Sister Chayah the elect, and this message is for my sister in Christ, and she knows who she is, and all of those that are dealing with trials and tribulations related to illness and death. It's from 1 Peter chapter 1, verses 6 and 7. So be truly glad. There is wonderful joy ahead, even though you must endure many trials for a little while. These trials will show that your faith is genuine. It is being tested as fire tests and purifies gold, though your faith is far more precious than gold. So when your faith remains strong through many trials, it will bring you much praise, glory, and honor on the day that Christ is revealed to the whole world. And that is your Melchizedek News precept of the day. Real love and real respect.
Absolutely. That's always the hashtag here at the Melchizedek News Network is real love, real respect. That's right. As a matter of fact, let's get that up there. Yes. Well, we're not doing the top 7, but hey, it works. How's everybody in the live chat? Just want to know how you all are doing on this Shabbat. I see you there, Rahman. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Good to see you again. Let's start with the news, and we're going to start with the weather. Man, they said that this season, this hurricane season that's coming up is going to be like something that they have never seen. They also said these tornadoes. I mean, it's been thousands of tornadoes since the beginning of the year. Thousands. Are we not living in a time of prophecy? Really? Thousands of tornadoes since the beginning of the year. Hundreds of them. Matter of fact, it probably was thousands just in the month of May. I do believe, because it's so much. First, we're going to start with the weather, because that's where I like to start with. Got to keep you up to date on that. And I don't know what's going on with Texas. What is going on with Texas, y'all? Texas is, it seems like there is an attempt to wipe Texas off of the map, because everything that you see right now, it's like Oklahoma, Texas. I've never seen Texas just go through this much. But you know what? Let's hear about it.
I've got one that can see.
You doggone right you do.
Houston under the risk for severe storms as we get into this morning. It has been very active, gusty winds at the start of the day, flooding rains, and a lot of lightning too. Lake Charles, Louisiana, as this energy is about to push its way in, we are going to have a pretty stormy afternoon across Louisiana and the Gulf Coast as we get into our Friday. Here's the outlook. Storm Prediction Center bringing a little bit of a tweak this afternoon to where we are expecting to see these severe storms. Now, believe it or not, these storms that came through Houston this morning, well, they drifted their way from Dallas off to the upper Texas coastline. And because of that, they have stabilized the atmosphere in its wake. So But Dallas, Houston, we've nearly erased ourselves from the severe threat for the day today. Not to say that an isolated storm can't pulse up through the afternoon, but we focus more on the outskirts. We go back across South Texas, back up across where we saw storms yesterday, western Texas and into the plains of Colorado, and then more storms developing there across Louisiana and Arkansas. You can see the bowing of these storms, damaging wind gusts, the primary concern there. Most of this activity about to push its way out of Houston, but here's Lake Charles, and it's on its doorstep. Gustier winds, also a lot of lightning, maybe some small hail as well. The way the environment is set up today, we do get a recovery into the afternoon. Break in the clouds, plenty of sunshine. That's going to help fuel up these storms. That, given the fact that we have moisture that's abundant off the Gulf of Mexico, dew points well up into the 60s and 70s, there's going to be a lot for these storms to work with, which brings in the potential for big-time hailstones. We're looking more so across this.
What is going on in Texas? This is what I want to know. This is, they said, the 11th consecutive day of severe storms. Y'all saw downtown Houston. Them skyscrapers got windows knocked out and everything. We saw the flooding in Houston, Dallas area, tornadoes. It was like over just a few days ago, over 1 million people didn't have power. As a matter of fact, let me check right now while I'm talking to y'all. Let me just look right now and see how many people in this country are without power. Let me go to power outage US and let me see what's going on. So still, it's saying in Texas, family, that there are over 145,000 people still without power over there in Texas. In Louisiana, they got 20,000, 21,000 plus. California, some power outages there, 12,000 plus. Arkansas, 9,000 plus. And Florida, 4,000 plus. So with storms continuing, yes, family, storms are continuing. It's just, it won't stop. It's the birth pains. It will not stop. Good to see you, Most High Son, in the live chat, and all those that are watching and all those that are in the live chat. Let's continue. You know what I want to talk about. Let's talk about this Trump situation, y'all. I talked about it a little bit because, you know, I had to do like the rest of the media because I am the media as well. I just happen to work on the good side of the media for the Most High. But this is still the Melchizedek News. So just like the whole rest of the world was chiming in, I had to chime in too to the breaking news with this whole Trump foolishness. Because when I say foolishness, oh yes, theater is going on here. That's all I can call it, y'all. It's just so much. But first of all, me and Brother Yosef, we were talking about this last night. Yes, Sister Mia did check in. Cousin Mia, we was thinking about you and you were in our prayers. So shalom there, kings and queens coaching. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Absolutely. Well, Brother Ramon said, I got a satellite tracking LLC check sent to the wrong address. Should have went to Houston or Austin, I think. Wow. Yeah, you better grab that. Better grab that. So, family, did y'all see the world in all the drama that went down yesterday? I knew it was coming. It's at the end of the month, too. And let me tell y'all something. The elites, you know, they like to work in gematria, and it's code time. You know, we approaching June 6th. June 6th is actually 666. I'm just gonna bust little Lucy out. We don't have nothing to hide here. This is the Melchizedek. We like exposing the enemy because we are not ignorant of any of his devices. Hallelujah to those in the live chat and those watching. So yeah, we're coming up on June 6th, prophetic date. So I was not surprised that this whole shindig went down the way it did. First of all, I want to talk about all the theatrics and just how animated everything was and just the entertainment of it. It was just so much. This news lady right here, man, you know, she had the memo in front of her that said he was guilty on all 34 counts. But no, they had to drag it out and make it look just so dramatic. You know what I'm saying? They had to do it in like, you know, Netflix fashion. That's what was going on. Look how she did this. I just want y'all to peep this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show this video and I'm going to show it up to 3 minutes. The reason why I'm showing it up to 3 minutes, family, I really want you all to pay attention at the 3-minute mark because I want you to pay attention to this Thuggalicious bandit with his sign out there being all extra dramatic. talking about whatever. I don't even know what the sign said. Free Father Teresa or something. Oh, pay attention in 3 minutes in. But I'm gonna play this so y'all can see all the theatrics because I called it. I told y'all they was gonna do all this just earlier this week when they said they were getting ready to go into deliberations. I called it out. And let's go to that because Sister Chayah, hey, when my credentials is there, I'm gonna go with it. But just a snippet of what I said earlier in the week before all this even went down, for those of you that missed it, because we had that conversation on Let's Talk with Sister Chayah. Did y'all hear the lady? She said a verdict in this trial could come as early as this week. Can I say, are y'all ready for the theater? Anybody got any thoughts as to if Trump is going to be found guilty or not guilty? I'd like to hear some comments. Yes, any comments on the Trump situation? Because I'm telling y'all, I believe that this is a setup situation. I really do. I believe that this is theater and they're going to find Trump guilty just so they can bring about some chaos. I really do. What's y'all thoughts in the live chat? Yes, Kai says, I'm not sure. They have dragged it on for so long. That's part of the theater, Sister Kaz. Theater. We are watching theater because the world is a stage. I introduced to you theater. And remember, pay attention to the 3-minute mark.
Oh, here we go. Let's listen. Laura, go.
Guys, we need to go. We need to go.
Go.
Okay, here we go. We have our verdict, Savannah. Here we go. Count 1, guilty. Count 2, guilty. Count 3, guilty. Count 4, guilty. Count 5, guilty. Count 6, guilty. Count 7, guilty. Count 8, guilty. Count 9, guilty. Count 10, guilty. Count 11, guilty. Count 12, guilty. Count 13, guilty. Count 14, guilty. Count 15, guilty. Count 16, guilty. Count 17, guilty. Count 18, guilty. Count 19, guilty. Count 20, guilty. Count 21, guilty. Count 22, guilty. Count 23, guilty. I'm pausing because it's coming in. Count 24, guilty. Count 25, guilty. Count 26, guilty. Count 27, guilty. Count 28, guilty. Count 29, guilty. Count 30, guilty. Count 31, guilty. Count 32, guilty. Count 33, guilty. Count 34, guilty. That is 34 felony counts here, all guilty verdicts. Savannah and Lester, back to you.
A total victory for the prosecution here. Laura, the jurors obviously bought the prosecution case in full. There was a consideration of whether or not they might split their verdict or compromise in some way. That is not the case. It's a total rejection of the defendant's case, Donald Trump's case. And we're starting to show you some of the scene outside the courthouse. We could actually hear it, Laura, as you were reading that verdict. And just as you're digesting it, and I know you're keeping your eye on the courtroom as well, what do you make of this verdict?
Savannah, it's a resounding victory for this prosecution in a case that they pitched as something far greater than about hush money. The way they tried to cast this case was about the subversion of democracy, and today the jury agreed with them, Savannah. The former president has tried to cast this as a political prosecution, a political hit-butt job by a Democratic elected DA, by a judge that was biased against him. But these 12 jurors, these 12 New Yorkers have come to a different conclusion, an independent conclusion, that the former president of the United States is guilty of 34 felony counts. You can hear the crowd here. There's a lot of Trump supporters out here that you can hear are very worked up. As I was reading the verdict, I could hear the crowd emotion growing behind me. I'm only a couple yards away from the area that you can see on your screens right there, sort of the First Amendment area, if you will. It's just a stone's throw away from the press area. It's been growing as the day went on. It's growing after they heard that this verdict was coming in. A lot of emotions running very high in this city right now. Again, this is the presumptive GOP nominee in the middle of an election year for things that he did, that the prosecution said he did to try to corrupt the last election. A just remarkable scene playing out right here in Lower Manhattan.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC.
Did y'all see that sign? That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about theatrics. Did y'all see that? That's why I had to play the whole thing. I tried to see if it was anywhere else on the internet that was just that particular man with all of his theatrics. Because I told Brother Yosef, I said, they didn't pay this man. He literally had a sign. He was out there falling all just, he was having a temper tantrum. He had a sign said, free Father Teresa. This is what I'm saying, y'all. Now, y'all know that's theatric. Come on. Free Father Teresa. First of all, if anybody wanted to, do some research on the Mother Teresa, she was not no saint. Yeah, I said it, YouTube. Oh, yeah, if you really knew, she was a demon in disguise. Yeah, doing all them abominable things with them children that she was, y'all know what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? We are in the hour, in the era of truth. So Mother Teresa, Father Teresa, they all demons, and we know it. Yeah, over there, right. Well, and free Father Teresa. That's exactly what's going on here, people. Theatrics. The world is a stage. And then I got to continue because this was so good for me. When I'm telling y'all, get y'all nachos and y'all popcorn and all your zuzus and wham-whams ready for the next, I'm talking about the next few months. Get stocked up because this is a movie and we know the prophecies. So we just watching it all unfold. So we got that part right. They was out there, free Father Teresa. But we got to continue. And you see the lady, the newscaster, she got the memo. It said 34 counts guilty. She already knew that, but they told her, just drag it out. Just say them all separately. Count 1, guilty. Count 2, guilty. Count 3, guilty. You know what I'm saying? This is the Netflix of it all, y'all. This is what I'm saying. This is the type of stuff. This is why Sister Chayah really, this is truly why I do the Melchizedek News. Because this is entertainment for me. I be laughing at all this stuff because I really know what's going on. That's my background broadcasting. I'm telling y'all. Wait a minute. First, let's continue. Let's continue with the show. So then he was found guilty. Now he's got to come out and he's got to make his speech. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't pay attention, Brother Ramon, I hear you when you say, I don't care about none of this, but you must hear this speech because I don't care either, but I am enjoying this entertainment of it all. Oh my goodness, this is the best movie. Who needs Prime? I mean, Amazon Prime, Netflix, none of it, Cinemax, HBO, YouTube, movies. We don't need The Simpsons. We are living it. Check this out when Trump come out. Listen to the speech because he gonna tell us what we already know. Trump came out there like a straight up niggerachi. Yes, he did. He came out there like, shoot, wait a minute, what is going on? Let me let Trump just speak for himself, okay? Because he put, you know what, he got a chance to feel what it feels like to be a nigga.
This was a disgrace. This was a rigged trial by a conflicted judge who was corrupt. It's a rigged trial, a disgrace. They wouldn't give us a venue change. We were at 5% or 6% in this district, in this area. This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people. And they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here. You have a Soros-backed DA, and the whole thing, we didn't do a thing wrong. I'm a very innocent man, and it's okay. I'm fighting for our country. I'm fighting for our Constitution. Our whole country is being rigged right now. This was done by the Biden administration in order to wound or hurt an opponent, a political opponent. And I think it's just a disgrace. And we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end and we'll win, because our country's gone to hell. We don't have the same country anymore. We have a divided mess. We're a nation in decline, serious decline. Millions and millions of people pouring into our country right now from prisons and from mental institutions, terrorists, and they're taking over our country. We have a country that's in big trouble. But this was a rigged decision right from day one, with a conflicted judge who should have never been allowed to try this case, never. And we will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over. Thank you very much.
Why should voters vote for conviction?
Woo, family, y'all can't let Sister Chayah get a hold of such material like this. He said, he done told us everything we already know. He said, this country done went to hell. Mr. Trump, we know that. We got the prophecies. We got the word of the Most High. Yes, this country has gone to hell. It is an abominable, sinful country. It is the habitation of every caged bird, every demon, every devil. Yes, it is. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for confirming the scriptures for us. That speech was just incredible. That is his opening speech for his presidential campaign for 2024, what y'all just heard. He was like, they have rigged everything. Do y'all see what color I am? I know this was rigged because this should not be happening to Carrot Top. Yes, that's right. He was like, this only happens to them color couple people. Now, wait a minute. Now you know how we feel. Yeah. But anyway, you all, it's theater. He just playing his part. Give that man, I said it yesterday, give him an Oscar, a Tony, an Emmy, give him a Grammy, every award you can give him. Yes, Academy Award, Oscar, give him all of them, because he is playing this part. Did y'all see how he came out there? Did y'all know that speech was prepared so long ago? They mad that I'm telling y'all this. Oh my goodness, they like, Sister Chayah just be telling everything. She can't hold water. Yeah, when it comes to y'all doing dirt, he was like, this is rigged. I just can't believe I'm in this position. The judge ain't right. Yes, prosecutor, she ain't right. She's sleeping with my boy. So I know she ain't trying to sit up here and put me on the stand. By the way, my attorney crooked. He been getting money underneath the covers. So what I'm saying is, what he's trying to say is, I'm telling y'all, this is theatrics. I love it. I am here for it. Woo! Man, I'm going into this Sabbath in a great mood. I am going to be feeling good because we are truly seeing, this wicked kingdom, because we're at the end of the age, not the end of the world for all these people that are, it's the end of the world. No, dear. No, family. It's not the end of the world. It's the end of an era. It's the end of an age. There's always been resets throughout time, and we're at the end of the age, and we're going into a time of where things are going to correct itself, and it's going to get better, and we're going to bring some righteousness upon this earth. It starts with us. It starts with unity. Did y'all hear Trump say everybody divided? He said this is a divided country. Yes, it is. And your administration and all y'all that's been in charge, y'all are responsible for the majority of the division. Absolutely. Me and you agree, Mr. Trump. Yes. If you weren't so corrupt, I'd really get on your team. And if y'all had a job for me, for real. But I work for the other king, the righteous king, Yeshua, Yahusha, Motsah The Lamb. The world calls him Jesus Christ. This is the Melchizedek News. Oh my goodness. They got me out here I'm enjoying all this, y'all. I know Brother Ramon was like, yeah, I don't care. But I've been enjoying it because such hypocrisy. And then got the nerve to talk about those coming across the borders. Y'all the one got the borders open. Why y'all trying to talk about our brothers and sisters and stuff that's coming from over across the border? First of all, they was here way longer than a lot of folks. That's number one. Number two, y'all didn't bring them here. Y'all done had the buses already, gave them bus passes, ATM cards, yes, meals on wheels, clothes, proper housing and everything. When we got so many people that's been in this country that ain't even got housing. So what y'all really doing, Mr. Trump, Biden? That's what I want to know. What y'all really got going on? Because I believe with some of them women and children that came over, y'all were smuggled in. Some of them unworthies. Yeah, some of them thugalicious bandits is what Sister Chayah called them. We see you. We be watching them alternative news networks that be showing us all this stuff that y'all doing behind closed doors. Yep, you busted. Well, let's continue you all with the story because this is just too good. Now we're gonna see what his boy came back with. You know, Biden, he got, wait a minute, Biden, we need you. You up next. You got your script? Did you memorize your script? Because we know your faculties ain't too good. Do you need to have us put in your stand-in guy? Do you need your body double? Because we need you to say this speech right. Okay, because we got 2024 on the line. Here come the other partner in crime, because you know they all two wings on the same bird. Or it's like Sister Chayah would like to say it, two cheeks on the same ass.
Before I begin my remarks, I just want to say a few words about what happened yesterday in New York City. The American principle that no one is above the law was reaffirmed. Donald Trump was given every opportunity to defend himself. It was a state case, not a federal case, and it was heard by a jury of 12 citizens, 12 Americans, 12 people like you, like millions of Americans who served on juries. This jury is chosen the same way every jury in America is chosen. It was a process that Donald Trump's attorney was part of. The jury heard 5 weeks of evidence, 5 weeks. And after careful deliberation, the jury reached a unanimous verdict. They found Donald Trump guilty on all 34 felony counts. Now he'll be given the opportunity, as he should, to appeal that decision just like everyone else has that opportunity. That's how the American system of justice works. And it's
To stop it just right there. Biden came over here and said, that's how the American justice system works. Look here, you is guilty and you can appeal. Okay, that's all we got. I'm telling y'all, we are watching theater. As you got right there on the screen. Yes, Sister Ola, get your popcorn and get extra butter, people. Get your nachos, get all your Zuzus and your Mentos, get your chocolate covered peanuts, get them ready because we're gonna be entertained all summer long. It's going down. It's hilarious. First of all, ain't no such thing as justice in Babylonian system. Mr. Biden, you and Trump, who are the like I said, two cheeks on the same ass. I know. I'm telling y'all, this is what's going on. That's why they both had their little speeches. Them speeches was prepared like 6 months ago because all this is being staged. Yep, I'm telling on y'all alphabet groups. Believe me, y'all, I got good insight. Didn't I tell y'all Trump was going to be guilty? I didn't say it a lot about a whole lot of stuff because I just know these things. That's what happened when you grow up in the hood. You can see things. When you grow up in the hood, you know them snakes. Yep, you can hear them coming. Absolutely. Sister Ola in the live chat said every time he opens his mouth, it's unintelligible lies. He's a huge mess. Absolutely. Because we're looking at demons. Demons in disguise. Yes, they are. They got them avatar suits on, but they ain't us. All right, family. Enough about all that. Like I said, just get ready because there's so much going on. As a matter of fact, this judge that I'm seeing now, one of my sisters sent me this link this morning, and you're going to see this headline right here with this judge getting on the head of this young man that was driving with his license suspended. But I was like, they trying to make this judge famous. They trying to make him to be the next Judge Mathis, because I done seen him a few times now. See, this is all a part of that theater. Anything to get you distracted. For those of you that are watching, it's time to repent, really, and get your life right with the Most High and work on your spirit and your inner self so that you can be prepared, so that you can understand your whole purpose of being created. That's what Sister Chayah talking about, because, you know, the mainstream media and all these, they're trying to keep you distracted for, you know, from what the real purpose is of what's going on right now, what you should be focusing on. And number one, that's like getting yourself together spiritually, getting your house in order, working on reconciling with people that you've been holding grudges against, forgiving folks, loving folks, showing love, being the example of Christ. Absolutely. That's what this is all about. Man, because all the rest of this is theater. That's why they can show you on the Simpson episodes what's going to happen 5-10 years down the line, because it's all being staged. Just like this whole incident right here in the U.S. courtrooms. It's a hot mess out here.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present via Zoom.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Great. You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And he didn't have a license.
That is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washtenaw County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
He said, oh my God. Well, your license is suspended and you doing a Zoom call with the judge while you're driving. What else do you expect? Family, you see what I'm saying? Did anybody know about that movie? It was a movie they did. I think it was in the 80s. Idiocracy. They was talking about how the world, the society, we just a society of idiots. That's what it has come to. We've been dumbed down. We have been totally dumbed down. So your license suspended and you on probation because your license is suspended, and then you're going to go before the judge in a car. Okay. All right. What you got next, Sister Chayah? Well, let's talk about the 6th house that's collapsed over here on the other side of the country. I can't, people. I just can't. I'm telling you.
House along the eastern Carolina seashore is left in pieces after officials say it collapsed early this morning. It is the 6th house to collapse on the Cape Hatteras National Seashore in the last 4 years. Cape Hatteras National Seashore says cleanup activities are starting after a house at 24131 Ocean Drive collapsed around 2:30 a.m. today. Officials say no one lived in the home. Park Service officials say 4 out of the 6 houses fell within a 13-month period. The 5th house fell in March 2023. Officials say they expect home cleanup to start this afternoon. And to ensure safety, officials say a 1-mile stretch of the beach from Sea Haven Drive to South Shore Drive is closed. They also warn visitors to avoid beaches in the section due to the direction the debris is expected to drift.
Y'all seeing that? Houses just getting swallowed all up in the ocean. I'm telling you, that's where we at. We are living the prophecies out. Thank you for my sister that sent me that. If any of you that are watching or any in the live chat, when you have good videos and good news topics, feel free to shoot me an email. My contact information is in the description of this video at the Melchizedek Network at fastmail.com. That's right. Melchizedek News, you can hit me up there too at fastmail.com. Chayah the elect, whichever you feel is the quickest way to get to me. But shoot me your videos, and if you see something interesting, I'll definitely bring it here in front of the flock. How about this situation, family, that's going on in Iceland? Because while the world is so focused on this foolishness with Trump and them, and over here got signs up talking about free Father Teresa, yeah, these volcanoes and earthquakes is setting it off right now.
And we'll look at that right there. Unbelievable sight in the land of fire and ice. A volcanic eruption in Iceland sent lava spewing 150 feet into the air. It forced hundreds of tourists to evacuate. Marcus Moore is on the scene in Iceland. Good morning, Marcus.
Well, George, good morning. We are about 30 miles outside of Reykjavik this morning, and I want you to see this. This is where lava crossed an entire roadway yesterday, and this morning you can feel the heat radiating from the hardened lava, and there's also a very distinct smell of gas. This as that volcano erupts just a short distance away from here. In fact, we have a live picture showing you really extraordinary scenes there. This eruption starting yesterday morning, just after residents were warned of increased earthquake activity. That lava shooting 150 feet into the air, coming from a split in the earth that stretches for more than 1.5 miles. And this eruption, or this flare-up of activity here on the Reykjanes Peninsula, really started back last November. That's when 4,000 residents.
Did y'all see that lava spewing out? It's a whole lot of activities going on with the volcanoes, and we know what the scriptures say, especially in the Third Testament, chapter 55. It said them volcanoes is going to erupt as a sign. Absolutely. Meanwhile, we got more issues with the planes, trains, automobiles, but especially what's going on up in the air, y'all. And before y'all start, I know this is Spirit Airline, and we know that they is, you know what I'm saying, the economy air. But it's been a whole lot of incidents, and it ain't just Spirit. It's American Airlines, United. What's really going on right here, and what would you do in this situation right here, family?
You're having the emergency check for the aircraft, just make sure everything's okay.
We're back with a mid-air scare. A group of passengers headed to Fort Lauderdale told to put on their life vests and prepare for an emergency water landing.
NBC6's Amanda Placencia spoke to passengers and joins us from Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport with the story.
Passengers on board a Spirit Airlines flight from Montego Bay, Jamaica to Fort Lauderdale say that it was a harrowing, near-death experience. Confusion and chaos. That's how passengers describe the wild moments when a pilot made a frightening announcement.
He basically told us exactly that we needed to make an emergency water landing. And at that point, fear ran through my bones. Everyone on the plane panicked.
You're having the emergency check for the
Passengers on board Spirit Airlines flight NK-270 from Montego Bay, Jamaica to Fort Lauderdale on Sunday described how they were in the air for about 10 minutes when they heard a beeping sound coming from a door. The pilot said they were going to turn back, but a few minutes later, he told everyone to brace for an emergency water landing.
That's when everyone freaked out. It was just chaotic. Everyone started grabbing their emergency vests under their seats. We saw the flight attendants running back and forth on the plane.
Shancy Faison was on board the flight with her husband during the frantic moments. She says her life jacket wouldn't open at first, so her husband gave her his.
We made eye contact for, a few seconds, like, this is not happening. And at that moment, we realized he was not going to have a vest once we hit the water. That's what was the most traumatizing.
And she wasn't the only one who had issues with her life vest.
When I looked out of the window, all I saw was blue. So I'm thinking, this is real. We're about to go in the ocean. Like, I'm saying my prayers to die at this point, seriously, because it was that traumatizing. I thought that I was not going to make it.
The Airbus plane eventually landed safely on the tarmac back in Montego Bay. Passengers were given vouchers, but some say that's not enough.
That's not really suitable in my eyes from what we went through.
Spirit Airlines addressed the issue with a statement which read in part, Spirit Airlines Flight 270 returned to Montego Bay on May 26 out of an abundance of caution following a suspected mechanical issue.
Woo-wee. I felt him, y'all, when he said that he really felt like that was it. Can you imagine being on that flight and looking out the window and seeing all that water and the captain then told y'all to prepare for an emergency water landing? Man, anybody still traveling right now? I mean, for some people, they have to travel, but man, you better take the Most High with you. I'm talking about, I'm laying low as much as possible, but thoughts in the live chat, I want to know, do you think that they should have been compensated more? What do you think, like with that situation right there? Or do you think that's just a risk that one takes when they are traveling? I'm just curious to know thoughts of a few brothers and sisters, because as you saw, the brother, he just felt like the voucher that they gave them for what they had experienced, he said he didn't feel like that was enough. So I just want to know what y'all think. What do y'all think there in the live chat? Man, scary situation. Very scary situation. But it's so much going on. You got doors falling off of planes, engines catching on fire. It's just... I mean, it's almost like at this point, it seems like sabotage with these airlines right now, right? That's what it almost seems like. That's because I'm reporting on all these different situations with these planes just left and right. Yeah. Yeah, Brother Ramon said that's the chance that you take. You said it's the risk you take when you flying. Yeah. Because I don't think they're going to get too much. They ain't going to get too much compensation. They're going to be like, take this voucher. Don't nobody want no voucher for no Spirit Airlines. Can y'all give me like a 3-day stay weekend at the Ritz-Carlton here in like Maui? I'm like, man. Oh my goodness. What you say, Sister Kai said, I completely would have been grateful for another day. Grace, yes, mercies from the Father. And I walked away with still his breath. Woo! Hallelujah. That's a good perspective right there. I just was curious to know what some of y'all thought. All right, what we got next, Sister Chayah? Oh, speaking of an incident, I need to show y'all this right here. I saw this. Matter of fact, I'm going to stay there for last. But I got a couple of more headlines. And I want to say something, too. What's up with this Will Smith and Martin Lawrence? I don't know if they're doing another Bad Boys, but the reason why I wanted to share this because they said something about Martin had a spiritual awakening while they were doing the filming. And I was thinking to myself, well, what spiritual awakening did he have? Because they didn't give no glory to the Most High or bring any attention to the Most High's kingdom. So I'm just really wondering. I'm just going to share it with y'all. It's just a quick little snippet. Here, listen to Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
You know, it was just the opportunity to get back with Marty Ma and, you know, work with people I love. And, you know, at the center of this movie is an idea that I wanted to explore. Martin's character in this movie has a spiritual awakening, you know, so to be able to explore that comedically, to me, it's just, you know, it's kind of where we both were in our lives, you know, so anytime the storyline kind of parallels what's going on in our lives and, you know, the conversations that it sparks. And everything about it was perfect for me.
Which spiritual awakening was that? I want to know some details, Will and Martin, because y'all didn't really elaborate too much. Y'all take a guess. You know what? I got another article regarding the airlines. Check this out, family. I wanted to share this with you all as well.
3 black men from Brooklyn are accusing American Airlines of racial discrimination. They say airline employees removed them and 5 other black men from a flight from Phoenix to New York because of a complaint about body odor. CBS 2 investigative reporter Tim McNicholas has a copy of the federal lawsuit they filed today.
We're the only ones getting taken off the plane. Look at this.
The three men suing American Airlines say they didn't know each other and were not seated together, but they all found themselves in the same spot when, according to the lawsuit, an employee directed them and 5 other black men off the plane just before takeoff on a connecting flight to JFK.
As I got my things and walked to the front of the plane and made a left to the jet bridge, I noticed that there was 7 other black men. And that kind of was like, okay, what's happening here?
It was just black men. So I started freaking out. I pulled out my phone to record everything.
Xavier Veal, Alvin Jackson, and Emmanuel Jean Joseph sued claims an American Airlines representative told them a complaint about offensive body odor had come from a white male flight attendant. They say they didn't have body odor, and they'd already completed the first leg of the trip with no problem. The men say an employee told them they'd have to be rebooked on another flight and took them to the gate, where an agent appeared to agree with their concerns.
Just because of the color of my skin. Okay.
I do not disagree.
In a statement to CBS 2 News, American Airlines said they take all discrimination claims seriously and, quote, our teams are currently investigating the matter as the claims do not reflect our core values or our purpose of caring for people. The men say American could not find another flight to New York for them, so the company put them back on the same plane.
I knew that as soon as I get on that plane, a sea of white faces were going to be looking at me and blaming me for their late flight of an hour.
It's almost inconceivable to come up with an explanation.
Y'all, I can't. I just can't. Did you body odor? See, you're right. What brother Ramon at? We just can't fly right now. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Somebody had some body odor somewhere. They just didn't know it. If you know what, this is what I'm saying. It had to be strong because they didn't even know where it was coming from. That's what you know. That is the fact that it was strong. They was like, I don't know where it's coming from. You, and you. Y'all gotta go. I can't, y'all. I just can't. I can't do the news today. I can't do the news today, y'all. Oh, okay. I'm trying to get serious because this could be a serious discrimination suit. But y'all know, let's just keep it real. You didn't been in some places and you've been like, where's the smell coming from? And you can't figure it out, especially on a plane. In the plane with everybody all together. Man, I know the last flight me and my husband got home. We was just like, you smell that. Everybody didn't experience that when you're on the plane and stuff and you smell something. You be like, is that the person in the front or the person in the back? Is it the flight attendant? This is a situation here. And it's crazy because they let them back on the plane, though, on the same plane. So it's just like, oh my goodness. Y'all, I can't take it out here. That's why I'm just going to stay home right here up in the mountains. I'm going to stay up here in the country in Maui. And I'm telling y'all, Chayah can't go out too often. She just can't go out. Couple of more headlines and we're out of here, y'all. Right, I'm sure. So the guy said, well, did any of the passengers complain or was it just the flight attendant? I'm sure the passengers probably notified the flight attendant first. It's just one of them situations where they just didn't know where it was coming from. Somebody was cutting up and they just didn't know. And they just seen them three brothers with them braids and stuff. And them they were like, it's gotta be them. It's gotta be that cocoa butter. Okay, I'm gonna stop. My brother Ramon said I gave my man cologne after I told him how bad he smelled. No shower for a month on the Greyhound going to Pennsylvania from Indiana. Man, he had said I had to give a man my cologne one time. That was a good gesture that you did there, Brother Ramon. That's called charity. That really is. That's called charity. Yes. That will be noted in the eternal heavens. Let me go to the next headline, y'all. On a serious note, check out this situation right here. This was quite sad, but I needed to report it because the details of this is quite disturbing.
It's live and local at 5:30.
A Memphis man is fighting for his life at Regional 1 Hospital after he was attacked by a fellow patient at another hospital.
Yeah, his mother wants to know how Delta Specialty Hospital could allow this to happen to her son. Fox 13's Dominique Dillon joins us live from Delta, which treats patients with mental health and addiction issues. Dominique, you got your hands on the police report. Is anyone facing charges? Good evening to you.
Good evening, Daniel. In this police report, it names Joseph Cavett as the suspect, and he's facing an attempted murder charge.
He was just unrecognizable. What happened? You know, where do you do this at? You know what I'm saying? In a hospital, you beat up like this?
Najma Woods says her son, Mansour El Amin, was severely beaten by another patient at Delta Specialty Hospital. Woods says he was in a drug rehab program before being transferred to Delta after complaining about some pain.
Mansour calls me from Delta Medical Hospital Mental Health Unit, and he says, "Mom, I am so proud of myself. I look so much better." He said, "My skin color's coming back, and I got a little belly, you know, like that." I said, "Great, bird." I said, "I want you to stay like that."
Hours later, she got another call from staff at the facility.
She said, "I'm Mrs. Young over at Delta Medical, and I'm calling to let you know that your son is here with the medics, and they're getting ready to transport him to the med."
According to the police report, a patient who suffers from schizoaffective disorder punched El Amin in the face repeatedly. The report says El Amin fell to the ground, and the suspect continued to punch him and even kicked him in the head as a staff member pulled him off. Woods says her son.
Oh my goodness. I'm telling y'all, some of these headlines, when I just see them, I'll be like, what? They be catching my attention. It's like, man beaten in hospital. Where they do that at? Yeah, beaten at the hospital. But you know what? When I think about it, that probably happens a lot more than we actually realize. It made me think about some of these senior homes where people be abusing the elderly. So, you know what? I'm not surprised, because these demons, they everywhere. These thugalicious bandits, they all up in the hospitals, McDonald's, Starbucks, Walmart. They everywhere. They everywhere. They live next door to you. They live downstairs from you. They everywhere. They own your job. They are everywhere. You have to be under the refuge of the Most High in this hour. I'm telling you, that's just where they everywhere. They like roaches. They everywhere. These demons have become like roaches. Ugh. All right, family. My last headline of the day. Drums, please, to those that are in my live chat. We got the last headline. Y'all, I've never seen a car jacking like this. We coming over there. It says Mississippi. What is going on down in Mississippi? Is it the water? Because, you know, they did have a lot of issues with the water in Mississippi. But I have never seen a carjacking like this. Family, please peep this out. This is absolutely insane. And this is the last Melchizedek News headline of the day. And then I have a precept of the day for you all before we're out of here. Thank you for those drums, Sister Kaz. Yes. Check out this headline out of Mississippi. Family carjacked right in their own driveway. But that ain't the worst part. Just, you got to see this.
Police in Jackson, Mississippi searched for two men tied to a carjacking that terrified a family Friday right outside of their own home. Madeline Nolan shows us what happened.
Caught on a Ring camera, watch as two suspects creep up, firing at a family as they were saying their goodbyes in the driveway of their West Jackson home.
I mean, he was outside on the, outside of the car. I'm so sorry. Anyways, and I threw my hands up. I'm like, hey. And he just pulled me down.
Heather Allen and her son were outside the car, but inside was her oldest son, daughter, and two grandchildren.
They kept hollering, like, give me the keys, get out. My daughter was like, my babies are in the car.
Then you can see one of the suspects pulling Allen's daughter out of the car.
He jumps in the driver's seat. I'm standing on the outside looking in, and he points a gun in my oldest boy's face.
Her son gets out, and that's when Alan braves it to grab her grandchildren from the back seat.
Like my oldest granddaughter that's in the back seat, she's looking at me saying, Mimi, like, help me, like, get me. I'm scared.
The whole time, one of the suspects was still yelling for the keys. When they couldn't figure out how to take that car, Alan threw her keys on the ground. And you can see here, they soon after take off in Alan's car that was parked in the lawn.
I've been barricaded in there, like really paranoid and shocked still, not sleeping. My oldest son, his anxiety is like through the roof. He's even scared. My daughter, she has shock. They're in safety. They're in Batesville right now.
JPD found her car only.
Family, the type of crimes that I am seeing right now in this hour and that I'm reporting here on this Melchizedek News, I've never seen such just the level of just wretchedness. That's all you can say is just wretched. Ratchet, demonic, satanic, out of control. Anybody else got some other words? Shameless, just, oh my goodness. That was the craziest thing I've seen a lot. That was up there. There is no limit. Absolutely. That's it. That's it. There is no limit to the wickedness and the evilness. This is Babylon has become a cage of every just demonic, deceitful, wicked, evil, demonic bird. That's what we're seeing, y'all. Let's leave out of here with some encouragement, because after that, now we see Christ is our only hope. He's here in spirit, but wow, we pray that you go ahead and come in the flesh. Can you not blame him for not wanting to come in the flesh again around here with all this stuff? Woo! We got to get it together, family. Once we bring it together, then maybe we'll see him. But he's here in spirit. Let's hear some encouraging words from one of our brothers, our brother Maurice, with a precept of the day before we end the Melchizedek News, because I can't leave you empty-handed after seeing all this foolishness and this ratchetness. I can't leave you empty-handed. Let me leave you with some encouraging, motivating words of the Messiah from our very own brother Maurice.
The Third Testament, chapter 3, verse number 11. People, if my coming was announced in such a way that it would be in the midst of wars, unleashed forces of nature, epidemics and chaos, it was not because I would have brought all this to you. It was because my presence would be helpful to mankind precisely in that hour of crisis. Did you hear that, family? Christ is here right now in the spirit realm. And he's here now because the people of the world need him. He is not coming to harm anyone. He's coming to help and restore the people of this world. Shalom, shalom, family.
And family, we totally need some restoration and we need some assistance. Thank you, Brother Maurice, for that encouraging message. As we leave out of here and start our Sabbath, let's pray for all. So much going on still with these storms. We know that there is chaos coming as a result of just all these things that are happening in the world, from just the Trump verdict, the things that are going on overseas, with the military moves that are being made with China, Taiwan, Russia, Ukraine, Iran. Remember, that helicopter just went down. What was that, about 2 weeks ago? That Iranian president. It's a lot that is going on, family. And so let's continue to walk in the gap for others. And let's continue to pray for our brothers and sisters. And keep encouraging people to, first of all, by your example. Because that's what really speaks the loudest, is your example. Continue to show love, unconditional love for everybody. Reconcile with people while you have an opportunity. I pray that you all have a wonderful, blessed weekend. And I'll be praying for this world because we really do need it in every way. I'm out of here with real love and real respect. Thank you to those in the live chat. And again, I'll be posting up that message, the presentation that Sister Chayah and I are getting ready to bring to the flock. And we do hope that you are able to join and watch and that it blesses you. Have a blessed weekend. I'll see you all soon. Shalom.